Hello everyone, we are on chapter 6 and we are on paragraph 4, so I'm going to get started. The moment a percept appears in my field of observation, thinking also becomes active through me. An element of my thought system, a definite intuition, a concept, connects itself with the percept. Then, when the percept disappears from my field of vision, what remains? My intuition with a reference to the particular percept, which it acquired in the moment of perceiving. The degree of vividness with which I can subsequently recall this reference depends on the manner in which my mental and bodily organism is working. A mental picture is nothing but an intuition related to a particular concept. It is a concept that was once connected with a certain percept, and which retains the reference to this percept. My concept of a lion is not formed out of my percepts of lion, but my mental picture of a lion is very definitely formed according to a percept. I can convey the concept of a lion to someone who has never seen a lion. I cannot convey to him a vivid mental picture without the help of his own perception. And the summary for paragraph 4 is, a mental picture is nothing but an intuition related to a particular percept. It is a concept that was once connected with a certain percept and retains the reference to the percept. So basically this paragraph is just outlining what a mental picture is, and like he says, mental pictures, we see an object, you look away, and what you remember in your mind, that's the concept, what you perceive of it, that's the mental picture. Again, some people have more vivid mental pictures than others, as he said, and that depends on your mental and bodily organisms. So that's what the degree of vividness is referring to. So that's basically all he's saying in this paragraph. So I'm going to move on. Actually, what the last part is, you can convey a concept of something to someone, but you can't convey to him a mental picture without the help of his own perception. So if I'm explaining to you a percept, I can't, I can tell you the concept, but I can't make you make the mental picture. I can not motivate you, but what's the word I'm looking for? I can talk to you about it, and that stimulates a mental picture in your mind, but I don't create that mental picture per se. I can just sort of encourage it with how I'm describing things, but it's up to you to visualize the mental picture and whatnot. So I'm going to move on to paragraph 5. Thus, the mental picture is an individualized concept, and now we can see how real objects can be represented to us by mental pictures. The full reality of a thing is given to us in the moment of observation, through the fitting together of concept and percept. By means of a percept, the concept acquires an individualized form, a relation to this particular percept. In this individualized form, which carries the reference to the percept as a characteristic feature, the concept lives on in us and constitutes the mental picture of the thing in question. If we come across a second thing with which the same concept connects itself, we recognize the second as belonging to the same kind as the first. If we come across the same thing a second time, we find in our conceptual system not merely a corresponding concept, but the individualized concept with its characteristic relation to the same object, and thus we recognize the object again. So the summary for paragraph 5 is as follows. The mental picture is an individualized concept. The full reality of an object is given to us in the moment of observation, through the combination of percept and concept. By means of a percept, the concept acquires an individualized form. In this individualized form, which carries the reference to the percept as a feature, the concept lives in us and constitutes the mental picture of the object. So what he's saying here is that a mental picture is an individualized concept. So it's a personalized concept. The concept is universal, as he's previously mentioned, but the mental picture, how we all formulate mental pictures, that is what is personal. That is very individual. Like, I will formulate my own mental picture of a tree maybe a little bit differently than, you know, Bob. Like, Bob right next to me formulates a mental picture of a tree a little bit more differently than me. But the concept that we have of the tree, that is both, you know, that is the same. But how we picture it in ourselves, and basically a mental picture is just what the concept, a personalized concept, when we're not looking at it and when we're away from it. So because I have these throughout my life, I will acquire mental pictures, and, you know, I will experience a mental picture when I see an object for the first time, and when I come back to see it again, I can recognize it more easily because I have the concept, I have the mental picture, and that's basically what he's saying. So that's the main point in paragraph 5. So I'm going to move on to paragraph 6. Thus, the mental picture stands between percept and concept. It is the particularized concept which points to the percept. So that's pretty short, and we just summarized it as follows. The mental picture stands between percept and object. So again, it's just kind of repeating what I just said earlier. Well, what he said earlier is just mental picture is the particularized concept which points to the percept. Particularized meaning the personal, our individual concept. So mental picture is sort of it's not the mediary between percept and concept, but it's our own personalized understanding of a percept and concept. So that's basically all I'm going to cover for today. So I look forward to seeing you all guys later. So have a good day. Bye.